Hi there, I'm Pat Taylor, and I have lived over the last 50 years 5 distinctly different lives. I was a United States Marine, then an international oilfield worker, a tech executive, a mountain man, and now an expat living in Poland. All these different chapters in the story of my life were written intentionally. I try to live life on purpose. Sometimes we forget that we're free to be all the different things we want to be. We're free to live this life in the way that we choose. And not everybody is that lucky. We need not waste this freedom. Now, why is that of interest to you? Well, see, during that Mountain Man chapter, I became a writer as well. I shared the journals from my adventures in books. Published on Amazon, they became KDP bestsellers, which was great, but what really surprised me were the reviews. Of course, a lot of people like genuine adventure. They're kind of tired of the green screen superhero thing or those BS reality shows. They like real life adventures. But a lot of them commented on the reinvention angle, which comes naturally to me. I didn't really think about it. And so I started this channel. That's what we're here to do, is to talk about how to write new chapters in the story of your life. Not that I'm some motivational guru or a certified life coach. Certainly not those things. I was a certified guide, but maybe more of a scout. I've been where you want to go, and I can tell you what to look out for, tell you how to get through that territory safely. See, this all started in childhood. I think that's everybody's first chapter. Hardly any of us get to write it. I was, with my brother and sister, raised in a large family. We had 4 moms and 2 dads by the time I got out of high school. Step siblings and half siblings, more grandparents than you could count on both hands. Dad told us early on that there wasn't going to be any money for college, and that was chapter 1. Chapter 2, I got to write that one. Always wanted to explore, travel the world, but I didn't have any money. So I joined the Marine Corps, where I learned electronics, which got me into the oil field, which was my ticket to see the world. It was a good plan. A lot of cool things happened that I didn't expect. It's funny how that works. You leave a little room in your plan for God to do His thing, and oftentimes it will exceed expectations. I did that till I was about 30 years old, when it felt like it was time to write another chapter. Common chapter. Most everybody has this chapter in their life. I wanted to be a family man, a husband, a father. Started a business. Great business. Technology company, and it grew. We hired young men, and they grew with us. They had families and bought homes, and the business supported all of that. We were living the American dream. Great times. Till I hit a little whitewater, you could say. Metaphorically speaking, while navigating the river of life, I lost my balance. Fell out of the boat. Got smashed and dragged along the bottom. Lost everything, man. I lost everything. So I had to start over. Although I don't like that phraseology. Kind of got a negative vibe. I like starting again better, or starting anew. That's got a positive spin on it. And the best thing about starting new is you have a clean sheet of paper. You can pretty much be anything you want to be. This happens to us a lot when we get near retirement. We're not sure what we want to do next, and we stress over picking the right thing, forgetting that if it ain't the right thing, you can change your mind. You can write another chapter after that one if it don't work. So when I started this new chapter, I wanted to be a mountain man. I'd always wanted to do that Jeremiah Johnson thing. I had read a lot about Lewis and Clark. So I got rid of everything that would hold me back, and I walked across the Rockies alone in the winter of 2013. Yeah. Met an outfitter when I got finished with that adventure who asked me if I'd like to go to work as a packer. Hell, I didn't even know what a packer was, but it sounded like another great adventure, so I signed on. I ended up spending 6 years in the Frank Church Wilderness, the largest wilderness in the lower 48. Never saw that coming. What a great chapter in the story of my life. I'm glad I did it. For a while. When I got to 65, I thought, this is too hard to do when you get a little older. Maybe I should write another chapter. Contacted some business friends from the past, put together a seminar, flew out to New York City to start my new life. Got there March 13th, 2020. True fact. I got to New York City just in time for the grand opening of the COVID pandemic. Can you imagine? Smashed and dragged across the bottom again. Felt like getting bluesy, but before I had a chance to, I met Ella. Not right there in the airport, at the coffee shop. I met her online. She was a Texas Yeti fan. She was on the Facebook page and commented often, but something caught my eye, and I chased that adventure. We talked every night for the next 450-something nights till the borders opened in July of 2021. Yeah, we'd built a big enough relationship, a strong enough relationship where I took a backpack and a carry-on and I moved to Poland. Can you imagine? 6 years ago. We've been married a year and a half, and now together we're writing the next chapter in the story of our lives. Funny how it works. Plan, but don't get bogged down in the details. Leave a little room for God to do His thing, and more often than not, you'll exceed all expectations. So, if you're a man who's between the guy you used to be and the guy you want to be, if you're thinking maybe there's another chapter to write in the story of your life, but you're not sure how to get started, this is the place for you. I have done all kinds of extreme experiments with living authentically, and I kept notes. I got a treasure chest full of field notes, and I'm going to share those experiences on this channel with you. Every week, more or less, I'll post another video with some stories from those adventures and how I wrote those stories, or how they worked and didn't work, what to watch out for, how to come up with ideas for chapters in your life. All of that good stuff right here with you. All you need to do is like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that are coming, and make a comment. Write something down below. Tell me what you're thinking about. Tell me what you'd like to do, what you're worried about. We'll have a dialogue. I read them. I respond. I promise. We'll get this conversation going, and you'll be happy that you did. Everybody's happier when they're living life on purpose. That's been my experience. See you soon.